Hey guys, it's Celia and I'm back with another video. So, I have been getting asked from you guys so many times throughout these last 2 years for me to do an updated video giving you guys tips on how to either grow your hair nice and long, how to just take care of it in general. A lot of you asked me for tips on how I keep my hair nice, long, and healthy with blonde hair. I just get so many questions, or I get so many people who just want me to do a video giving you guys tips on how to just achieve healthy hair. And honestly, the reason why I haven't made any updated growth tips videos is because I feel like I already have that one good video that has literally all of my hair tips in it. And that video, I think it's called How I Grew My Hair Long Fast. I don't even remember. I'll put it down below. It's actually my most popular video. It has over 1 million views. So if you guys have not seen that, I highly recommend you guys to check it out, watch it, because even though it's from 2017, it literally has everything that I still do to this day. Tips on shampooing, tips on deep conditioning, moisture, trims, literally everything. So yeah, you guys, I am just going to give you 5 tips on not only how to grow long hair fast and have healthy hair, but how to just have a nice, smooth going hair journey. Of course, there's going to be bumps in the road. You have to learn how to take care of your hair, but I just want to give you guys tips from start to finish, how to have and maintain curly, long hair, natural hair. So yeah, just keep on watching. I do have some Theraflu right here. You probably can't even tell, but I do have a sore throat. My nose was running, and New Year's Eve is around the corner, you guys. I'm trying to go out. I'm not gonna have the kids. It's my first time actually celebrating and going out on New Year's Eve. So I'm really excited. So got my Theraflu. Hot. Ooh. Okay. Alright, you guys, so the first tip is to let go of damaged, dry, brittle hair. And honestly, if you are starting your natural hair journey or your healthy hair journey, I definitely feel like this is the first step. This is the first thing you need to consider. Is your hair extremely dry, damaged, brittle? If it is, you need to cut it. I am a firm believer in big chopping. I have big chopped 3 times since I first went natural in 2012, I believe. And if you want to know all about my natural hair journey, I'll put that video down below. I do have from when I had permed hair, texturized hair, natural hair, all that stuff. So check that out below. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in the big chop. I really do not understand or see the point of transitioning. What is the point of holding on to these straggly, heat damaged, dry, crusty ends just for the sake of wanting to keep your hair long and being afraid of your hair being short? I'm sorry, y'all. Cutting your hair is not the end of the world. Yes, people may look at you different. Why would you cut off all your hair? You may even look at yourself different, because it's different if you've never worn your hair short, super low, depending on, how dramatic or drastic your big chop would be. But I personally feel like you will have a better hair journey if you start fresh. If you cut all of that dead hair off, start fresh with healthy hair. it just makes the process easier because you're not dealing with two different textures. You're not dealing with your curly natural hair growing in and then this dry, brittle, damaged hair that, you know, it's damaged. Like, what else can you do to it? It's going to be dry and damaged. Like, at some point, your hair, when it gets to a certain point of like damage, there's nothing you can do to it, okay? It don't matter how many times you deep condition it, etc. It's going to be the same. So yeah, that is my first tip. I highly encourage you to not necessarily big chop, but just get rid of those dry, damaged ends. Whether it's just, you know, a trim or a cut, I definitely recommend it. So that is my first tip, you guys. Get rid of them damaged ends. So my next tip, after you have big chopped, trimmed, cut your hair, or maybe you didn't need to do that. So the next step would be starting to find out what your hair likes and needs. Starting the process of trial and error with different products, different hairstyles. All I can say is go out, try a product, see how your hair reacts to it. If you try this product, your hair is dry the next day, toss it, try something new. Of course, you definitely can look on here, learn about hair porosity, learn about your density, learn about strand thickness, all that type of stuff, because that definitely can help you as well. I'll maybe try to link a video that has to do with hair porosity. I honestly, y'all, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, I've never really talked about hair porosity and all that type of stuff on my channel because for me personally, I just use what works for me. I don't really get into the whole scientific thing, but it could work for you. So like I said, definitely look into that. But for the most part, you could do everything right. You could literally use products based off of, oh, I have low porosity, oh, my strand thickness is this, so I have to use this type of product, you know, and a product still might not work for you. That's why I strongly believe in just trying things out for yourself and seeing what works. So try different methods. Try the LOC method, the LCO method. Just make sure after you try a new product that you are really focusing and, you know, paying attention to how your hair reacts and whether or not it likes it or not. And if it does, stick to it. You do not have to be a product junkie like all the rest of us. It's really not necessary. But another thing is to experiment with different styles. Now, this also can be important too because when I first started my hair journey, I never did wash and goes. My go-to style was the twist out. Then I eventually got into other styles like perm rods and braid outs and stuff, but twist outs were my go-to. My hair loved it. My hair thrived in it. Of course, you can wear your hair in twists for a while, then wear a twist out. That definitely worked for me. So just trying different styles too. Not everyone's hair can thrive doing a ton of wash and goes, using a ton of gels and stuff. But then other people's hair loves wash and goes. So again, it's trial and error. Okay, so my next tip is after you kind of figure out what your hair likes, what it needs as far as moisture, as far as products go, whether that's, you know, your twisting creams, your deep conditioners, your shampoos, all that, you want to figure out how to maintain your hair at night. This is so important because before I actually learned, you know, a way to maintain my hair at night, I would just sleep on it when my hair was shorter and my hair would not last at all. It looked a mess in the morning or it was just dried out really fast. I had to do my hair every couple of days. So once I came up with my method on how to preserve my hair at night, like it changed my life. I was able to have a good twist out or braid out for 5 to 7 days, you guys. Like that was a big deal. So there are so many different ways to preserve your hair at night. You can do the bonnet. Oh my god, the satin bonnet. You can do the satin pillowcase. If you don't want, you know, your hair underneath anything, you can do a pineapple, putting your hair to the top of, you know, your head in like a loose puff, I guess. That one never worked for me, but yeah. And then what I like to do, or what I did like to do, is put my hair in mini pineapples. So pretty much, and I do have videos on this, you guys. You guys always ask me how I preserve my hair. Now that my hair is longer, you guys, honestly, I don't need to preserve my hair. I don't know what it is, but I can sleep on my hair now and wake up just fine. I am a light sleeper, so I know that has to do with it as well, but I don't know. I feel like since my hair is longer, it doesn't bunch up and, you know, get stuck together like it did when my hair was shorter. But anyways, pretty much I would just maybe take a section right here, put it into a loose ponytail. You don't want it tight because you don't want to leave, like, you know, rubber band marks or whatever. Put a ponytail in the back, put another one on this side, one right here, and I might do one at the top, or I might just put this in one, you know, whole section or whatever. So that is how I would do it. I'll link the video down below. Once I started doing that, like, my hair started lasting. I was able to, you know, go a good 5 days without having to re-moisturize, restyle, and do everything all over again. So I do feel like having a good routine at night to preserve your hair and your hard work definitely is a big important step. Alright, tip number 4 is having a consistent routine. I cannot stress this enough, how important it is to have a routine for your hair. This is going to help you with moisture retention. This is going to help you with length retention. This is going to help you with literally just everything retention. So when it comes to the routine, after, like I told you, you figured out what your hair likes, what it needs, what products it needs, how often your hair needs to be moisturized, all that good stuff, you can come up with a good routine. Now, I do feel like the basic routine would be a wash, condition, maybe add in a deep condition, and then styling your hair. You know, however your hair likes to be styled and moisturized. So I told you guys the different ways: LCO method, liquid oil cream method. I like to do just the LO method. Y'all know I'm big on just using water and, or not LO, LC. I'm big on just using water and a cream. Like, that works just fine for me. But yeah, I feel like that's like the basic hair routine, and then once you throw in preserving your hair at night, you can stretch that out for at least maybe 5 to 7 days, and then you redo it. So that's like a basic thing, but you have to take into account what your hair personally wants and needs. Some people may have to pre-poo before they shampoo. That might help them. Maybe their hair is extremely thick, maybe their hair is extremely dry, and they have to have that step. Some people, like me, I don't condition and deep condition unless I'm like doing a product review. I like to shampoo and then go straight into deep conditioning. That works best for me. I don't need to do both. I know some people, their hair needs it, and some people just like to do both. So you really just have to base your routine off of your hair needs. And once you have that routine, I promise you, your hair is going to adjust to it and get used to it. I also feel like having a good hair routine, it helps your hair to remain moisturized, and also to not lose, like, have a lot of shedded hair or breakage. So many of you always wonder why my hair on wash day is never super dry, super brittle, or super tangled. And it's because I have a consistent routine. I stick to my routine, unless like my hair is like super dry or something. But for the most part, I stick to my routine, and I don't allow my hair to get dry and brittle and tangled. That is why this routine is so important, you guys. If you are just letting your hair go days and days and days, and days turns into a week, and then over a week just being dry and brittle, and you know, you're not taking care of it until like it's on its last straw, of course wash day is going to be a nightmare. Of course you're going to lose lots of hair. Of course your hair is going to be so dry, and it's not going to feel like your products are doing anything for it. Like, that's why You got to keep a routine, you guys. I know a lot of us have busy lives. I know it can be time consuming, but if you want your hair to grow, if you want it to be healthy, if you want your life to just be easier, you got to make the time to do it. So I think a good routine definitely helps with just, making your hair journey easier, and also just helping with moisture, length retention, all that good stuff that we're looking for. Now, my last and final tip has to do with heat and color, you guys. So, when it comes to these two things, heat and color, you have to be so careful because obviously we already know the risks of using these two. Using a lot of heat can alter our curls. Same with color, it can alter our curls. It can make our hair dry, brittle, split ends, breakage, all type of stuff. So there are a lot of risks. That's why you only see, a bunch of naturals straightening their hair maybe 1 to 2 times a year. Like, there's a reason why we always say use little to no heat, because it just does not mix well with our natural hair at all. My bad. I can honestly say that since I started straightening my hair more often, I definitely have seen like a change in my hair. Like, I'm trying to get my hair back how it was, even coloring my hair. So I'm sure most of you can tell, like, my hair is a lot looser, and I feel like after I straightened my hair in, when was that? Was that May? I think it was May. After I straightened my hair in May, and then I dyed my hair, I think October, November, I can't remember. Yeah, it has done some stress to my hair, and it's not like the end of the world. It's not a big deal. My hair still curls. As you guys can see, it still looks really, really good. But I am just letting it grow out and trimming it, and I know for a fact that I'm going to be a lot more careful when it comes to using heat, because I straightened my hair in May, but then I also straightened my hair in January. And I don't usually, I know it's not too close, but it kind of is. I don't usually straighten my hair twice in a year, and not that close. I usually straighten it once. So it has done some stress, but it's a learning process. Now I know not to do that again. But as far as color as well, like, I am a big believer that you should not color your hair unless your hair is 100% healthy. If it is not in tip-top, like, condition, do not color your hair, because people like to color their hair when their hair is already dry and brittle and damaged, and they wonder why their hair falls out, and it's like, really? So yeah, you just really want to be careful when it comes to using too much heat. I always say little to no heat. No heat is of course best, but if you want to use a little bit, whether that's using a blow dryer, whether that's straightening once a year, just do it in moderation. And then when it comes to color, if you don't feel like your hair is healthy, do not do it. If you don't feel comfortable dyeing your hair on your own, go to a professional. When it comes to these two things, you just want to be smart about it. That's like the most important things. Just being smart about it, being realistic about it. And, if you have colored hair, not everybody's like me. Not everybody can color their hair, and their hair is just fine and normal. Some people actually have to put in that extra work. And if you don't have the time to do that, don't color your hair. Okay, guys, so those are my 5 main tips. I really just wanted to focus on like the steps I took in my hair journey to get to where I am now, because it's 5 years in, and I feel like, I know my hair. I know what it likes. I know what it needs. I have a routine, and everything I've learned, all the steps I've took just have gotten me here today. So I just feel like these steps and these tips will kind of like help your hair journey, just so that you're not like all over the place trying to figure out like what do I do. So I hope you enjoyed it, and give me a thumbs up, leave any comments or questions down below, and please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 200,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, oh, I just said that. Y'all know what to do. I'll see you in my next video.